Hello, time for a new video. I've chosen 4 games from the Olympiad, Chess Olympiad 2010 in September 2010. It was quite a long time since the last tournament for Magnus. This was he only played 3 tournaments this year. This was in June, and then we can see, of course, only 3 tournaments this year for Magnus. Khanty-Mansiysk is in Siberia and Russia, and of course this was before Russia started its trouble with invasion of Ukraine and Georgia, so still the relations was good here, and Ukraine won the Chess Olympiad and Russia got second. Magnus is of course playing for Norway, and I have chosen 4 games here, 3 games that Magnus win, and also his game against Adams, which is a little bit special for me. I will tell a story when we get to it. So I chosen 1 game first when he losses against Jobava. You can see that Magnus here is 28-26, so this might be one of the highest rating ever anyone has achieved, and he's being, as you can see in this tournament, he's gotten hybris because he thinks I can play whatever opening I want, I can play, because he's used such a much a bigger talent than someone like Jobava. And I also think Jobava has an interesting play style and often plays interesting opening ideas. So that's why I like analyze Jobava's game. Jobava play was 2700, but for a long time. But now when I guess he's about almost 40 old, so he's gotten a bit worse. So now he's a Twitch streamer instead, I think. So let's see here. Jobava playing this Samish variation of the. Let's also get the computer analysis going here. He's playing the Samish King's Indian. It's a line that I have also played sometimes. It's an interesting choice. Many people think it's used worse than this one because often black takes anyway, and you get Samish a tempo up, but it isn't so easy. For example, let's see, you castle, maybe go here, maybe something like this, and here they still want to go into. This is like one of the main setups here of the Samish variation. But so he does it at once. Basically, the thing is that sometimes black can, if you delay a3, sometimes black can take on d4 after c5 can take on d4, and it's a little bit more complicated maybe. But white gives up a very important tempo also. So here Magnus makes a move that's interesting. The main line is to play like something like this. Then apparently you can do this one. White's idea is to play a quick e4. So this is also something like this is quite. This is like a normal setup here, and there is like, I don't know if what I tell you is like old knowledge, so like trust the computer more than me. I'm just repeating things that I have learned from old chess players, and it is like before endings got so good. But basically the idea was that always when white plays e4, then black must play the knight here, and the reason is that if, for example, you play like this, then this pin can be quite annoying. But for example, something like this is it's too weakening, and So, but now apparently you can do like this, like e5 here. But it's the old wisdom was that you have to do like this to not allow this pin here, and then you can just like pick up this pawn. But they are going to do something else here, and it is because instead of the normal maybe f3 or e3, Jobava is playing e4 here instead. Computer doesn't like it because black can win a central pawn here, and he gets this one back. There is a line in the French that has the same tactic. And he gets this endgame here, which looks quite even. So it will be interesting to see that Magnus is better here after the opening. Like, how can Jobava beat Magnus, as we see he does here? Like, will be interesting to see what happens. Okay, so he's going back, maybe some checks sometimes. So the computer didn't like this move really. Still doesn't seem so bad for black. But yeah, okay, that was maybe not so good, because sometimes this could be a problem. But no, it still looks fine. I don't see the problem here for black, but we will see what happens. Okay, so here he made a big mistake. He should have just taken this one apparently. Okay, and if he checks, has to go here. Magnus must have been afraid of something here. And you can defend like this by you protect this twice. You can of course not take but I agree, this looks it looks very, very scary. Like, for example, if this knight wasn't here, then you could just checkmate. So I understand Magnus was afraid here, but it was possible to play like that. And now White also made a mistake. Apparently you could just take on c7 here. Was a free pawn. Black has nothing better than to go back apparently. Then you can do the same. But he did this instead. That's weird. This bishop is extremely strong and active, but I guess he gets play with knight f6 here instead, and he's almost getting this setup which is called an Arabian corner mate. If he can get the knight here and take with the rook here, it's checkmate with two pieces. So Magnus wisely goes up here. Okay, this one is threatened, so it takes. Okay, and he goes, instead of taking a pawn, he is continuing the attack here. Black has to defend. And apparently f4 is an inaccuracy. It would be better to take here, because it was possible now to go here with the rook. Then after this, it looks scary, but apparently it's not so. Yeah, you can't go here because of the checkmate. Like this, and checkmate next move. But you can go up. I don't know if Magnus didn't calculate so good, or this setup looks very dangerous, but computer says there it's nothing, it's just a draw here. Okay, so White is going for knight ending here. Rook c6, keeping a rook might have been better, or just take take, and then knight here, and then you can take here next move. Okay, so let's see this knight end game that they try to play. It's not good. He should have done the other way around then. Take, and now take, I guess. No, that's nothing. That's just a draw. Okay, so because of this he can't go like this, because... Okay, so this is better. Interesting stuff here, actually. Has to take like this. Okay, and now he should have checked first. Yes, apparently computer thinks a5 was the decisive mistake here. Only way to hold a draw was to go here. Okay. Yeah, of course it's these pawns on the king side that white will try to win with. So if you could get rid of some of those, that's correct play, of course. Now you take here, and actually you're not even worse anymore. Okay, so a5 was not important to defend, apparently. Okay, there must have been... there is tactical problems with this knight now. I see it now. Very big tactical problems. Hard to get out. It's being dominated by this knight, for example. Here it still can't get out. It can get out, but it can go here now, actually. Okay, but he gets this one, so he gets the free pawns he needs to win. f4 is a very important pawn. So it was much more important for black to attack the f4 pawn than to attack the a3 pawn like he did. Okay, so they played like this that I said. It looked like the only way to get out the to get the knight out, basically. Yeah, this is a bit cool. If it takes, it's the check here, of course. Yeah, and white is winning now. The knight is cut off from the king side. Okay. Next we will look when he's beating, and Baadur Jobava is from Georgia, of course. So not a good start for Magnus and for Norway.